Hello, hello. Yes, I just decided to come online today for us to have a sweet discussion. Yes. Um I want us to discuss about ghost sighting. I know that some people will like this woman is weird. Why is she talking about ghosts? We discuss about everything, but this is just what I want us to start with. And this is just for um, Evergreen Living TV social. But the reason why I am anchoring it on our normal page is because the social hasn't got much people. So I will be putting it side by side on our normal weight loss page, and then until we get enough people and until a lot of people follow the page, so that we will just do social activities on Evergreen Living TV social. So that's why you're watching me from all different channels. Yeah, because the social is still new. So we might not get enough people or too many people, but it doesn't really matter. I just want people who are watching me for us to discuss about this ghost sighting. There is a content I posted recently about a lady who was with a man. They are not married though, but they are like couple. Um they lived for nearly a year or a year plus, and this lady had a son for this guy. And one day someone came to the shop because the woman has a shop. Someone came to the shop and screamed the name of this guy, and the guy vanished. And as a result of that, the lady went ballistic and was like, she held the man and said that you have done something to my husband. You really have to provide my husband. What did you do to my husband? So the lady was thinking that there was a charm, sort of, that this guy has charmed the husband. And after much argument, the guy gave this lady the address of the guy in the village and told her that the guy was dead a year ago. And the lady went and called a broadcaster like Sonia, and they went to the address, and lo and behold, the guy was dead. The woman, the mother of this guy, came out and then showed the grave and said that the guy was dead. So it's baffling me, and I really, really need someone to explain this. It doesn't matter who that person is, whether you're a religious leader, whether you're a traditional leader, whatever, whether you're a scientist. I really need, and I know that a lot of people want to get to the bottom of this. Do you get me? So if you're watching me, I want you to say hello so that I will know who is watching me and say hello to you by name, unless you don't want me to mention your name, because I can see two people watching me. So that's exactly what I want us to discuss, because I know that this video will go out there. If you have experienced something like that, I need you to DM me because I want to anchor you on my program. If you have, if you have witnessed a ghost, or you have seen a ghost, or all these stories about ghosts getting somewhere, having a wife and having children, all these things, have you witnessed it before? If you have witnessed it before, do you know where it is? I just need to show the world evidence that this thing is real. And again, okay, Hannah, how are you, my darling? Welcome, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Welcome. So this topic that we're talking about is really, really, when good afternoon, my darling. Hi, Bola. How are you guys? Welcome. I really appreciate you guys. I didn't know that people will join me, But I'm really happy that you joined. So what is bothering me is, what if your loved one is somewhere? What if your loved one is somewhere, your departed loved one is somewhere living with somebody and living as a human being when you think that the person is gone? So that's why, if you really have a pastor that can explain this, or if you have an imam that can explain this, or if you have this traditionalist that can explain this, how how can somebody who is dead be able to touch somebody else, be able to have flesh, be able to sleep with a woman, be able to produce sperm, and be able to produce a child, a living child? It is a mystery, but I want an explanation. Have you experienced something like that? Have you had a story like that? Has it happened to someone who is closer to you? Has it happened to someone who is closer to you? Do you know where it happened? Do you have an address? And so on. So this is something that I want us to ask questions. I want us to ask people questions so that we can anchor those people. We can bring those people to talk to them, and then, be able to prove that it is true. Because in as much as I believed it, because Sonia official doesn't carry fake news. She is someone that I wouldn't say I live with her, but I trust her. So she doesn't know me, but I follow her. And sometimes I carry her news. Do you get me? And one of these news happened to be one that I carried. And again, I think recently there has been somewhere, I think it's in Western Nigeria. A lady had a restaurant, and they're selling things to people, cooking food for people and selling for people. I think a lot of social media influencers went there, you know. So this lady, some people came and then realized that this lady was dead somewhere, and the lady vanished. The In short, that one had a family. She was with a family. She with I think they have a teenager and people who work for them, and they all cooking and serving people, in the community. And now when people discovered them, they vanished, and people were going there to film, to video, and so on and so forth. Do you get me? So, but I know that if we get it out there, we might get people who know somebody. We might get people who know the children that are born out of this. How are they treated? Are they somewhere? Are they living like human beings like us? You know, these are things that we really need to unearth. So, if you are joining me and then you have heard about it and you have experienced something like that, I want you to join me in the studio if you can. But if you cannot, just stay there and there, keep on watching. Because when we were growing up, I remember, I don't know how old I was, very young then, probably maybe 7 years or so. And I remember my mom telling us story about this guy, and the thing happened in a neighboring village, in a neighboring town, not village. That but mostly the people that they say this thing happened to are mostly people they say they die in suddenly, or in a motor accident or something like that. So then my mom said that this guy, died, and then he was buried and everything was done. Then after about few years, and this woman came in with two children. The woman came in with two children, and then was like, this is the place that the husband said that is his place. And the mother-in-law was like, what do you mean? So at the end of the day, this lady showed the picture. It was the picture of this late guy. And then the lady had two children with this late guy. Exactly what happened in the last case. Exactly what happened. Showing, but the one is no longer picture, but it's on the phone, social media. He showed the picture, and then my mom said that everybody, the whole village, everybody, they were rushing and trooping to the place to see the woman and to see the children. Do you get me? So, but the thing is that it is happening so often now, that is there anything changing, or is it because of social media that is making this thing so rampant right now? So we really need to get to the bottom of it. Why is it happening? Why is it that, you know, dead people are being sighted, making new families, having children, having wife? It's not very common. I think I haven't really heard about a girl. I haven't really heard about a woman getting married to a man, a dead woman getting married to a man. What I normally hear is a man getting married to a woman and having children. So, does it mean that people who do that really want someone to replace them? Like some people who don't have children, they probably want to have seed, because I don't really know whether there are others who have children and then went somewhere else and started having children. I haven't heard of that. If you have heard of that, you just tell me. I haven't heard of that. So I don't really know if it is unfulfilled dream. I don't know. So please, if you know how to solve this mystery of people dying and surfacing somewhere else, getting married and having children, if you're a pastor, if you're an imam, if you're a traditionalist, or if you have knowledge, even if you're a scientist and you're able to explain it, I think the world want to hear about it. People want to know about it. What is the mystery behind it? What is the mystery behind someone dying and surfacing somewhere else and then having flesh and blood and being able to reproduce and have children? These days, it's no longer a folk tale. It's no longer a story. It's happening as it is. It's happening. There is a very recent one that happened that, people even know the person that it happened to. So what I need, and what I know that a lot of people want to know, is, do you have the answer to that? I don't want someone coming to tell me it is appointed unto man to die only but once, and after that, judgment. We are looking at a scenario that you can see that is happening. So you quoting the Bible is not the answer. We need an answer. We need someone that knows the answer. As it is right now, you cannot hold this one away. This is real. So we need to know, why is it happening? Loved ones, are they somewhere else and we don't know? Departed loved ones, are they somewhere else and we don't know? I really want to know, because I have a departed loved one. Is that person living somewhere else without we knowing about it? So please, I want you to share this video. Share this video. I know that a lot of people want to know. A lot of people really want to know. I'm a very curious person, and I'm a very curious person, and I am someone that tries all the time to get solution to certain things. Do you get me? I'm not someone that will sit down and leave it like that. I think like a scientist. I want to solve a problem. Dakura Adeline, Grandma, what is happening? I have lost your contact. Please, how am I going to do the payment? Oh, you have lost my contact. Okay. All right then. So let me send you my contact, yeah? Let me send you my contact right now. Okay. And you saw me online. That's really good. So, but don't go because I need you guys to answer some questions for me. So let me send the number to you. Let me send the number. Okay, I send the number. Okay, so that's the number, yeah. Akora, that's the number, sweetheart. So yeah. So what we are talking about, like our loved ones might be somewhere without us knowing. Do you get me? So the reason why I want you to share this program, share it, so that we get to someone that might give us answer. No, I'm not going because I'm going insane. I don't understand. Okay, you're not going. You say you're going insane for what? You're going insane for what? Okay. So when you I need you to write. I can't read it. It's not complete. It's not complete. So you see, I want us to share it. Let somebody come, and there must be somebody, maybe an old person, maybe a very spiritual person, or maybe scientist, or I don't know. But someone must have an answer to this. Someone must have an answer to this. I have read, I have read a lot of I have read a lot of books, and even watched some clips, video, where some children, they were able to say where they lived before, for not getting in touch with you. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Oh, that's really nice. So it's probably because of you that I came online now. That's really nice, Adeline. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Okay, so the number is there, so you can easily message me. Then I'll add you again to the to my contact. Right. Yeah. So what we are talking about, hi, my darling Maki. I'm so happy you joined. I miss you too. Ben, how are you, Ben? The dead is conscious of nothing at all. They have gone back to dust. Read the Bible book of this is it. Thank you so much. I am very happy that you have joined me. Bene, I'm happy that you have joined me. Do you know one thing that I am one of them, Christians. Do you know one thing that we miss? We miss the world of reality. We miss the world of reality, including me. But that is why I'm asking question. That you what in Ecclesiastes, what it doesn't really negate the fact that someone died and surfaced somewhere else and impregnated a woman and had a son. This quotation is not giving me answer. I need an answer. I need an answer. The dead is conscious. They are conscious. Because remember that the body, you will say that the body is dead. But what about the spirit that is inside that body? So, but I haven't come to argue. I have come to seek. Tagged and shared. Thank you so much, Maki. My darling, we are looking for an answer. I posted, in short, let me play that. If you guys will give me a chance, let me play that. Then you will listen to it and tell me whether that woman is acting. Do you get me? I want you to see whether this woman is acting. because I am sure that she is not acting. Yeah? She is not acting. Let me see. Is it this one? Let me see if it's this one. Let me see.
Oh God!
Please.
Please, now, please.
Madam, please explain.
Wait. Hello. I know that some of you have watched this video. The devil is responsible for that act. Please ask Jehovah's Witness around you for more answer. Please, I don't really want to ask that. To be honest with you, if the devil is responsible for that, I am happy that you believe that the thing existed. I'm happy you believe that the thing existed. You didn't say that it didn't happen. I'm happy you say it existed. So the child that was born out of that, what is that child? Is the child a devil? Are we going to throw the child away? What are we going to do with the child who was brought up, who was brought forth as a result of that? I want you to watch this, please. Just take your small time. Just want you guys to watch this video with me. For people who don't believe in ghosts, that there is nothing like ghosts, this, that, I want you guys to watch this video with an open mind and tell me what you see in this video. How can a ghost have a child? I need people to explain it because this is a true story. You still have the person who anchored this video. Look at her. Her name is Sonia. I want you guys to watch. For people who don't understand Pidgin English, I will explain certain things that I feel that you guys might need explanation. So let's watch it together.
Everything early last year.
They had to cover her face because they don't want her identity because of the stigma. Listen.
No be like say we marry, but we dey together since that last year. And I can't get belle for him. Now last week, I did for my shop. One man just come my shop. I did with my husband for shop. The man just come. The moment the man I don't know if you remember the name where the man even call my husband.
Wait, the name when call your husband, no be the name.
No be name. He get name when I know just the way the thing happen self. He just call that name. The next thing, my husband will just sit down with me, disappear.
Are you listening? So let me explain. This lady said that she was in her shop where she has some wares that she's selling. She was there with her husband, that's the father of this kid, and the man came into the shop, saw her husband, and called her husband by a name that she doesn't know the husband with, and the husband vanished. So that's exactly what she's saying. For people who don't understand Pidgin English, let's continue.
Like, it come like this na juju the man use. I need to hold the man. Till I make him tell me wetin do my husband, he go make my husband disappear.
What no touch him?
No, just the name. When just call that name, my oga just disappear.
Okay, I say call him turn. I been just call him disappear.
In turn, look then I no see him. Me self, I even turn look the man as my oga with the shock when my oga turn look him. I no see him again. Now only for this man to open him mouth, tell me say he sabi my oga from their hometown. True.
So waiting the man.
I just want to forward it.
Explain everything.
Now,
are you sure?
It's my son. It's my son.
Yeah, this is the
It's my son.
late
What happened? What
late
happened?
man.
What happened? Tell me what happened. What's the problem?
Can you tell us? Can you just give us chair so that we'll explain everything?
Okay, yes. Wait for my dear. What happened?
Mama, I think I want to discuss something with you.
Yes.
Oh,
My
God.
dear.
Sorry, I want to really confirm that young man you said is your son. Do you have twin? Do you have twin?
I don't have twins.
My
nothing
like
you.
you are really sure that this is your
This is
son?
my son.
Show her.
Eh?
Show her.
Ma.
Yes, I've seen the photo now. I say it's my son. It's my
God.
late son.
Hey, Jesus.
Wait,
And that's
madam,
the-
you mean this person here now?
It's late. It's late.
Hey,
It's late.
Sorry,
Jesus.
please, I want to confirm when did
Hey,
this happen?
That was
Jesus.
January last year. My son.
No, last year.
Last
Last,
January.
oh,
Yes.
Jesus.
What
Jesus.
happened now? What happened?
Hi,
Let me tell you what
Jesus.
that man said.
Hi,
What's the
Jesus.
problem, my girl?
Oh, God.
What happened now? Talk to me.
So I believe with a ghost.
Hey,
God.
you said that young man is
It's
late.
my son. It's late.
Hi.
Fine, yes.
Oh,
Since
Muna,
last
child,
year,
this
Where
January
child,
last
where
year.
this.
where is
See,
it?
Look at the
oh,
grave there. Look at
God.
the grave there.
Hi. I don't,
That
God,
young man
God,
is
God.
her husband.
Oh,
He's the father of this
Jesus.
child.
What?
Hi. Hey,
Father?
Jesus. Hi.
How come? How?
Mm.
Tell me now how.
Jesus.
Somebody has been dead since
Oh.
January last year.
Hi.
Hmm.
So now,
Last year January we buried that young
see,
man. Fine.
am I
And you are
dreaming?
telling me
Oh, God.
that's the father of the
Oh
how,
dear.
how
Mm.
can it be?
Now you say, make guys, I know, see, I dey live with ghosts. Eh? I see, God, you don't understand it. You don't understand this situation now. You see,
Mama, please, what happened to him?
God.
He was sick and he just give up like that. After taking him to hospital, he just give up. Nothing more than that.
Okay. So I just want you to see a glimpse of that. So this lady was the lady that married the ghost. And the child that you see in the lady carry was a product of this ghost. The old woman you see there, was the mother of the ghost. So now, something that we hear. Hello, my darling Jessica. Welcome, my darling. Yes, I just say let me come online. That if you guys are free, that you will see me, you will join. So we're just discussing about this ghost thing. That I want that awareness to go out there. I want people to hear about it. I want to anchor, I want to be able to anchor people. I want to be able to ask people questions. I want to think outside the box. Do you know why I want to think outside the box? Like my sister here or my daughter here, Bene, is telling me, quoting the Bible, which is what I know. I want something that I do not know, because the reason why the scientists go to the moon, the reason why the scientists found out the light, the reason why we are about to get into the car and go to where we want to go, the reason why we can get into the plane and fly and go to other places is because people ask questions. Yes, it's because people ask questions. How do I do this? Why is this thing like this? If we stick into that cocoon of quoting away every time we quote away something that we don't know how to find out, we just use a Bible verse to cover it. No, it doesn't work like that. We are living in the world of reality. We need to know why it's happening. We need to know scientifically why is it happening. If it is not scientifically, spiritually, why is it happening? And the worst thing is this, which is hurting me as well. Why do they disappear when they are found out? If they are able to live with the body, with the flesh and blood, that the wife was able to touch him, and after touching him, they are able to mate, they are able to make love, and he's able to donate part of himself to have a child. Why do they disappear when they are discovered? Why? Why? So the reason why I am talking to your conscience, I want us to think outside the box. Let us not cover ourselves and tie ourselves in that mundane and bigoted thinking about everything. You just put it away and we will not find out or define the result about that thing. Somebody might know the reason. Somebody might have the answer. That's why I am putting it out there. Do you know why people who die appear somewhere else and live as human beings and start having children? Do you have an answer to that? Is there any answer to that? Is there any explanation to that? Does it happen to everybody? Does it happen to everybody, or does it happen to a particular set of people? Those set of people, who are they? Why does it happen to them? All these things we need. And I know that once you ask a question, there must be answer somewhere. Even if that answer doesn't come immediately, the answer must come somehow, somewhere. So now, what I want to ask as well, these children, how will they be treated? How will the society see them? Are they going to take over their father's things? Will the people around them, like the kindreds, will they allow them? Will they be accepted? Because I have really googled to find out, how, but I couldn't see much. I couldn't see much write-ups. You get me? But at least as we are talking about it now, it will be touching people's, and people will start thinking about it. People will start doing research, and then maybe generation that are coming, we have something to read about. We have something to talk about. So I will cut part of this, and then I will send it out there. I will pay and send it out there. And then probably somebody might contact me, and then who knows the reason? Yeah, because what I don't want is just giving me the reason out of Bible or out of Quran. No, I'm not saying that is not the reason, but that is one of the reason, and it is not answering the question. I'm a preacher. I am. But there are a lot of questions. I do ask a lot of questions. I do ask a lot of questions. To be honest with you, I do not believe that I will not ask questions. No. There are certain things that I will see, then I will start asking questions. If I don't get answer, I will ask another person. If I don't get answer, I will ask another person. If I don't get answer, I will start Googling it and reading books until I get the answer to that. You get me? And that's exactly how you make your brain to grow and to be healthy. So my people, anybody with any experience, anybody with any such story and so on, anybody want to join me? I know that you guys are not ready, but anybody want to join me in the studio, to kind of talk about it or give some certain examples and so on. So if you really want to join me in the studio, you're welcome to join me in the studio. While I just want to show you guys something. I want to show you something seriously. I want to show you something. Jessica, are you at work? Jessica, are you at work? So, okay. All right, I got something. I'm gonna play it for you guys. This one said, a woman that was fathered by ghosts. Oh my goodness. It is getting messier. Okay.
They didn't go out of the house often as little children. They were always indoors. You will not believe how this. You will not believe.
Okay. So I want you guys to listen to this. I want you to listen to it. I don't know if I
How
can.
this woman found out that her father was a ghost. Taye grew up in Ajah, Lagos, and according to her story, she grew up knowing just her father and her twin brother, Kende. They didn't go out of the house often as little children. They were always indoors. And she said her father didn't have a job, but he always had money. And whenever they wanted to go to the market, The father would give them a guard and he would tell them to squeeze it before they left the house. However, she began suspecting things wasn't right the day she left the house without the guard. She opened the door to headstones and lots of bushes. That was when it occurred to her that she was in a cemetery. Out of fear, she ran back inside the house and her father yelled at her to never leave the house without the guard. But this was only the beginning. As a child, Taye only remembers her father went out at night, but she didn't know where he went. One day she begged to follow him, and when he agreed, they went out to the busy street of Lagos. Somewhere along the line, they came across a food vendor whose pot of stew was boiling without a fire. When Taye asked her father how that was possible, the lady slapped her. Taye thought her father would fight for her. Instead, he begged the woman to forgive her. Taye said she recalled the woman saying, "Your daughter is not one of us. She will expose us." At this time, she still didn't understand what was happening. Her father took her back home and never went out at night with her again. But the day Taye understood everything was the day her twin brother, Kehinde, died. When Taye became of age, about 13 years or so, her father brought a husband for her, and soon she got pregnant and had 3 kids for the man. But when her father wanted to bring a wife for her brother Kehinde turned it down and said to his father, "I will not marry your kind." Taye said she asked her brother what he meant by that, but Kehinde didn't give her an explanation, citing that she was a woman and she wouldn't understand. So one day as they were eating, Kehinde coughed and choked and then died. Taye said her father just stood there watching as his son died without trying to help. When Kehinde died, father took his body out. She said it was at this point she knew something was up, but she needed to be convinced. After Taye's brother died, she gathered up the courage to ask her father about his own people, about his mother, his father, his siblings. The father told her that he was from Akure, and after so much pressure, he agreed to take her and her children to Akure. When they got to the compound, Taye's father just pointed at the house for them and said that he was coming, that he wanted to go and see a friend. When Taye went to the house, she introduced herself, but they told her that the man she claimed was her father has been dead for a long time. They even pointed at the grave where they buried Taye's father. But she wasn't shocked. She always knew she just needed to be convinced. So she picked up her kids and headed back to Lagos, hoping her father would explain better in person. Unfortunately for her, she could not trace her way back home because she lost her guard. Taye, unable to find her guard, could not trace her way back home in Aja. She became stranded, but she soon remembered her husband's people's place in Osun State. So she found a way and took her kids to Osun State and eventually located her husband's people. When she located the compound, she introduced herself and her children as their son's wife and kids. But they told her the same thing. The man she's claiming to be her husband had been dead for many years. But the mother-in-law saw the resemblance of her son in the kid's face, and that was how she was convinced that these children are the kids of her dead son. And because of that, she let Taye stay with them, as she had nowhere else to go. Taye and her kids currently live with her ghost husband's family in Osun State.
Hey! Have you heard this? And they block their faces, meaning that this is real. Let me just share this. They block their faces because they don't want their identity to be known. So this woman is alive in Akure. This woman is alive, and the worst thing is that the woman was fathered by a ghost. And the woman married a ghost too. Oh my goodness, this is a mystery. And they are living now. They are still living. The children are still living in the compound of the ghost. Have you seen why I said that we really need to get to the root of this? Someone might know. So, which means they might have a community. I know that some of you are freaking out now. I know that some of you are so scared. There is nothing to be scared about. We all are spirits. We all are same. But they must have a community. For the father, who happens to be a ghost, to get another ghost for the daughter to marry. Hey! This is mind-blowing. You know, because some people, when I posted this, some people were, you must have somebody that will always be negative about you. Some of them are in the comment section saying that you are mad, that why should I, that is a lie, that is this and that. Some of them are even calling it a skit, that they are acting, that Sonny and so on, that they are acting a skit. But I know that there are some people, even if it happens to them, they will still doubt it. You get me? Yes, mommy, I think they have a community. They must have a community. We probably were not seeing them. They must have a community. You know, African culture is very, very strong. And we really need to look into our culture that we have thrown away. Because as a growing up child, they used to tell us stories. When you get to the market, they will tell you if something fall, do not pick it in certain way and so on, because they believe that if you pick it in certain way, you might say. So all those people, our forefathers, they know all these things. And because of the way that we embrace religion, I'm not saying it's bad, but we shouldn't have thrown away our culture. I live in the United Kingdom, and I can categorically tell you that they hold their culture so dearly. They hold their culture so dearly. If you watch when the Queen passed and they were inaugurating or coronating Charles, you will see all the things that they did. They use a white ram, they use all those things. But these are the same people that are telling you that certain things and certain things is this and that. And sometimes we become holier than them that taught us. Do you get me? So there are certain things that of course, there are other ones that are not good. Like in my place in those days, you know, my mom, that they told us about how they were, you know, how they were treating twins, which was bad, how they were doing a lot of things, which was bad. But that doesn't mean that there are a lot of things that are not good. Many things were good in those days. So what I'm saying in effect is that, assuming that we pay attention, we would have asked questions that would have given us the answer to this. But because we become too religious, when they talk, we will tell, oh, it's superstitious, oh, is this, is that. We shut them out. We shut our parents out. We shut our grandparents out. We tell them to shush because we have a borrowed something. As a result of that, a lot of things that they would have handed down to us, those things, they just went like that, and we don't know about it. Can you imagine that these people are living with, you know, they are human beings and they are living with other human beings? So if we do research about this, we might find out, why are they doing that? Why do they have to come back? Does it mean that because they have not completed their tenure, they have to stay on the earth? Or you know, something must have made them to be doing that. Many people say that they have a community somewhere in Lagos where ghosts live. Are you serious, Bola? Seriously? Do they see them? I want you to ask questions. I want you to ask questions and then get me, you know, contact. Let me ask them. Yeah, I want you to investigate. Even you can really investigate. Paula, you can ask questions for me. You can get me contact. If there is anybody that can talk about it, then I can invite the person, you know, to join our program, and the person can explain it, because I'm sure that many people want to hear about this. It's not anything that I'm curious about. A lot of people want to hear it, because that's exactly. You see? So can you imagine? Can you imagine? The ghost of my wife is back. Oh my goodness. A lot of things. How I married a ghost for 6 years. This one said that he married a ghost for 6 years. So, but anyway, this one I probably will look at it later, because it's a bit long. Yeah. So I will talk to you about this one later on when I have looked at it. There has been documentaries. There is one that they talked about. That one was a driver. That one was a driver. They said that this guy, you will buy things and so on and give to another driver to deliver to the family. He will buy the child's school uniform, everything. He will buy food, buy a lot of things and give it to, because the man was a lorry driver. The man will fly from, I don't know who told me about this story. He will buy everything and then send the driver to take it to the wife for their daughter who goes to school. He will put the school fees, exact school fees, and put everything in there and send it to them. They say that this man continued to pay for the child's school fees, continued to look after them until one day the wife decided to go and know who is giving them all this. And because of that, the wife now found out that it was the late husband bringing it, and the thing stopped coming. And the thing stopped coming. Do you get me? So we really need to look into it and then find out what is happening and why is it happening. So if you are watching me today, or if you're going to watch me later on, please, if you have any experience, or if you have somebody who has an experience, or you have somebody that was fathered by a ghost, they are human beings like us. After all, if they have flesh and blood, they are human beings. So I would like to I would like to be linked. I would like to talk to them. I would like to interview them. Then if you have somebody that knows the mystery, that can explain it to us, I would like to talk to someone like that. Okay. Dakura said, yes, I also know of a man who used to sell earrings around but vanished in the market one day when a family member saw him. And since then, I have never seen him around again. His family had to come down and confess that he died some years ago. Dakura, so you know the person, and you saw the person with your two neck. You saw the person with your two naked eyes. Dakura, why can't you join me in the studio? Dakura, join me in the studio now and tell me. I want you to click this link and join me in the studio. Yeah? So where did this thing happen? And you telling me that your eyes saw the person as well. You said, yes, I know. Let me get people to read it. Let me just show it. Yeah, let me just show it. And they said, if you guys can read it, yes, I know. I know of a man who used to sell earrings around but vanished in the market one day when a family member saw him. And since then, I have never seen him around again. His family had to come down and confess that he died some years ago. Okay. So now, so Adeline, click the link. You can see the link. Click it, and then you will join me in the studio. You can see the link that I sent. Click it, and you will join me in the studio. If you can, yeah? But if you cannot, just tell me that you're not able to join, so that I'll be asking you questions. Then you will be answering me. But assuming you can join me in the studio, it will be easier for me. But if you can't, just let me know so that I will ask you questions. Because I am very curious. The reason why I'm curious is that you saw the person and you know the person, and the person vanished. So I want to know more. I really want to know more. I really want to know more, because it's giving me goosebumps. Because you will be thinking, who knows whether your loved one is somewhere living. Because the reason why these people got busted is because probably their wives starts asking questions, or their husband starts asking questions, or someone busted them. So what if they are not busted? What if they will just be living, and the living, do they get old? Do they start getting old again? Or will they maintain the weight? Will they maintain the height? Will they maintain the age that they, because they didn't come? Reincarnation is different from this. This one is reappearance. And when they reappear, the accident or whatever that happened to them disappears. They have the same body but fresher body. Then the other one, the one that we just watched, that one was sick. And after being sick, he passed. And then he went and married and got a child. So, how do we solve this mystery? What is this mystery all about? I think Onyedika. What's Onyedika? No, Bennett told me. Bennett said that Bennett said, remember the bad angels who came down, had relations with daughters of men, and had child. Those children were not ordinary humans. Yes, I know that one, Bennett, because that one, they said that those are the Nephilims. You know, those ones, they came as giants. They came as giants, and those ones are angels. They are angels. They are not humans, they are angels. However, they did it and came in human body, I don't know. But these ones are departed ones. You get me? They are departed ones. How did it happen? You know? Yeah. So that's our discussion. We will continue to discuss it. We will be having other topics. I think the next topic that we discuss probably tomorrow. The next topic we will discuss will be a different topic, probably, but it will have to do with certain things that I post. You get me? So so what we talked about today, because I think I'm gonna cut this and then send it out. So what we talked about today is the topic of our discussion today is ghosts, people who die and then go somewhere else and start producing children. Do you have any idea why it's happening? A lot of people are curious to know why. So if you actually know the reason, please, I want you to DM me. I want to bring you into my program so that you will explain to us why is it happening. Are they normal people? Is it right? I just want to know the reason why it's happening. If you really have the answer to it, then if you have had an experience, people who are like that, I need you as well. I want you to DM me so that I'll bring you in the program to tell us your experience. Okay? Yeah. So thank you so much, everybody. I just shook all of you right now. I know him very well and used to buy things from him, but never saw him again for some time. And when I asked of him, I was told this story. Hey! Seriously, Adeline? You know him? So you have even seen the person? Hey! Oh my goodness. This is really, really interesting. It's getting more interesting now. Honestly, it's getting more interesting that you even know the person. Wow. Anyway, we are getting closer to the answer. We are getting closer to the answer. Yeah, we're getting closer to the answer. So you got the number, Adeline. Have you messaged me before I close so that I make sure that you're okay? Have you sent me a message yet? Or make sure you got the number? Okay, make sure you got the number. Then you message me later on. Right. So thank you everybody. I didn't announce this and then you guys joined. We will be having talk from time to time, there are a lot of things that people don't know out there that they need to know. Yeah. So we bring topic, we discuss it, no bias. Everybody say your opinion. Yeah. So I will see you very soon. I will be coming online every time, because we have a lot of topic to treat. Okay. Yes. So I'll see you very soon. Make sure you're sharing my video. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're commenting. Okay. That's the only way for you to help this channel, or for you to help this page to grow. Okay. Faustina, how are you? Thank God I didn't miss this. Faustina, you nearly missed it, because we are nearly here for 1 hour. I was almost saying the grace before you came in. But let me tell you what we are discussing. We are discussing about this story that I posted about people who departed and they will go somewhere else with the same body. They will go and get married. They will start having children. So now we were asking people who really have an idea to explain to us why it's happening, like older people who are knowledgeable, people who are religious, scientists, and people, we really need to know why is it happening. And again, why is it that once they are discovered, they just vanish? That's very sad. We don't want them to vanish. We want them to stay. You get me? So that's very sad that they vanish. So that's what we discussed today. And a few people came in. But I know that we are growing the page. That page, the social one, is what we are trying to grow. But we anchored it in all our channel, because if we do it only on social, many people will not know. So we keep doing it like that until the social grows, and then this type of program, we only have it in social. Yeah. Okay. So it's like, this is Adeline. Okay, Adeline. Oh, Adeline, you're the one that called me Auntie Sonia. And I was telling you that you should be careful, so that they will not you should be careful so that they will not so that they will not scam you. I didn't know that. Okay, this is me. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So Adeline, then later on you tell me what you want. Okay. Yeah, so I will be closing. Faustina, I will be closing, because you can see it's only maybe 1 or 2 people left, because I think we were about 9 going up and down, 9, 8, 7, this, that. Yeah. So I'm closing right now, and we will see tomorrow, because I'll come online tomorrow with a different topic. And who knows, somebody might have some information. And if somebody comes with an information, then I will do what? I will anchor it again and we will discuss about it. Okay? So please, if you have any idea why people depart, I mean, if you have any idea why people, when they pass on, they go somewhere else and then start a family, if you have experienced something like that, if you know people who are like that, or if you know some people who can explain that to us, we really need someone to explain it. Please DM me, because a lot of people want to know the reason why it's happening. We really need to think critically. Please contact me. I want you in my program, so that people will listen to you and know what you have to say about it. Okay. So thank you everybody, and I will see you when I see you. I will see you when I see you. I will see you when I see you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. I'm ending this.